Welcome back. In the last section, we focused on scoping the exam. We looked at the exam blueprint, topic priorities, and question styles. Now we are moving into the next part of the SCORE certification study system, Capture the Knowledge. The first challenge in this section is resource overload. This is one of the most common problems for certification learners. You may have a video course, a book, official documentation, practice exams, labs, flashcards, study guides, and advice from online communities. None of those resources are bad. The problem is that too many active resources can create confusion instead of progress. In this lecture, we will simplify the resource stack so each resource has a clear job. Resource overload happens when you collect more material than you can realistically use. For example, you may buy multiple courses, save vendor documentation links, download PDFs, bookmark videos, join communities, and purchase more than one practice exam. At first, that can feel helpful. But every resource begins competing for your attention. Instead of studying, you spend time deciding what to study. Should I continue this course? Should I switch to another instructor? Should I read the documentation? Should I buy another practice test? For busy professionals, that decision friction is expensive. It drains energy before the study session even begins. The result is often motion without progress. You feel busy, but you may not be retrieving, practicing, reviewing mistakes, or improving weak areas. A practical way to avoid resource overload is to build a simple resource stack. Your primary resource gives you the main sequence. For most learners, this should be one course, one book, or one structured learning path. Your official source keeps you aligned to the exam. This includes the exam guide, exam objectives, and vendor documentation. Your practice source helps you test retrieval and application. This may be a question bank, quiz set, or practice exam. If your certification involves applied technical skills, add a hands-on source such as labs or a sandbox environment. The point is not to use the fewest resources possible. The point is to use enough resources to make progress without creating noise. Each resource should have a job. A video course or book usually gives you the main learning sequence. The exam blueprint defines the target. Vendor documentation helps you verify details such as limits, configuration options, official definitions, or recommended practices. Practice questions expose gaps. They show what you can retrieve and apply without your notes. Labs build applied understanding. They help you connect theory to configuration, workflow, or troubleshooting. When every resource has a job, your study plan becomes cleaner. You are no longer asking all resources to do everything. You are using each one for the purpose it serves best. One simple rule is the 1+2 rule. Choose one primary resource and two supporting resources. Your primary resource gives you the main path. Your supporting resources fill specific gaps. One might be official documentation, and another might be a practice question bank or lab platform. This does not mean you can never use anything else. It means you should avoid constantly switching just because another resource exists. Add a new resource only when there is a specific gap. A helpful phrase is, finish and convert before you switch. Finish the lesson or reading section, then convert it into questions, notes, flashcards, diagrams, or practice actions before jumping to the next resource. Before moving to the next lecture, take one action. Audit your current study resources. List every course, book, documentation link, practice exam, lab platform, flashcard deck, and community resource you are currently using or saving. Then choose one primary learning path and two supporting resources. Assign each resource a clear job. For example, your main course teaches the sequence, official documentation clarifies details, and practice questions reveal gaps. Then pause the extras for now. You are not deleting them forever. You are reducing noise so you can make progress. Finally, define one output you will create this week, such as recall questions, flashcards, a comparison table, lab reflection, or error log entries. That wraps up this lesson. Before you move on, choose one action you can apply to your own certification study plan. If you want the full step-by-step system, check out my Udemy course, How to Study for IT Certifications. Use the course link in the description for the best price. The course walks through the SCORE system to help you study with more structure, practice, and confidence. Thanks for watching, and best wishes on your certification journey.